Success is often depicted as a sudden breakthrough, a moment when everything falls into place, and the world finally recognizes your achievements. But the truth is, no one is an overnight success. Behind every story of triumph, there is a long, often unseen journey of hard work, perseverance, and countless setbacks. We live in a world that celebrates instant results, quick fixes, rapid transformations, and the idea that success should be immediate. But that narrative is a lie. Real success doesn't happen overnight. It's not born from a single moment of inspiration or an unexpected stroke of luck. It's built over time, through consistent effort, small wins, and most importantly, the willingness to continue, even when the path seems unclear. Success is often viewed through a distorted lens shaped by the narratives of quick wins, instant fame, and overnight achievements. In a society that celebrates instant gratification, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that success should be immediate, effortless, and obvious. This mindset is fueled by the stories we see on social media, in the press, or within our circles, where we hear about people who seemingly made it overnight. These stories are exciting, tantalizing, and often portray a version of success that is both unrealistic and discouraging. The truth, however, is that no one achieves lasting success without years of effort, hard work, and perseverance. Success is a journey, not a destination, and it is shaped by the quiet, often unseen moments of struggle, failure, and learning. Behind every successful person's story is a tale of persistence. It's not about the instant moment when everything comes together. It's about the grind, the daily work, the consistency, and the ability to keep going when it feels like nothing is moving forward. For success, at its core, is the result of small, deliberate actions over time. People who seem to have achieved quick success didn't get there without facing difficulties and challenges along the way. What the world often overlooks is the process that brought them to that moment of recognition. The first thing to understand is that success doesn't follow a clear, linear path. We often think that if we just follow a prescribed formula, we'll eventually achieve our dreams. But life doesn't work that way. There will always be obstacles, setbacks, and challenges that will throw you off course. At some point, you may feel as though all the effort you've put in is futile, that the work you're doing doesn't seem to be leading to any measurable result. These feelings are part of the process. They don't reflect your ability or your potential. They simply reflect the truth that success requires hard work and endurance over a long period of time. In those moments when it feels like success is a distant dream, it's important to remember that it's not about perfection or speed. It's about perseverance. The journey to success is built upon the willingness to keep going, even when things aren't working out as planned. Every failed attempt, every mistake, and every moment of doubt is not an indication that you are failing. It's an opportunity to learn, grow, and refine your approach. When you face difficulties and continue to push forward, you are strengthening your character, sharpening your skills, and building the resilience you need to succeed. Success is built on the foundation of small victories. The temptation to compare ourselves to others can be overwhelming, especially in today's world where everyone's successes are on display. It's easy to look at someone else and feel inadequate, to think that their accomplishments came easily or that they somehow have an edge over you. But comparison is a thief of joy. Everyone's path to success is unique, and comparing your journey to someone else is unfair to both you and them. Success is not a race, it is a personal journey. You can only compare your own progress to where you were yesterday, not to where someone else is today. The small victories you achieve each day are just as valuable as the big milestones. Success is not defined by the grandeur of your achievements, but by the effort and progress you make toward your goals, no matter how small those steps may seem. Another crucial element to recognize is that success doesn't happen by chance. While luck may play a small part in the grand scheme of things, it is never the deciding factor in lasting achievement. Hard work, commitment, and the ability to adapt to changing circumstances are the real factors that determine success. The truth is that everyone who achieves something significant had to work for it. It's not about waiting for an opportunity to fall into your lap. It's about creating those opportunities through dedication, effort, and strategic action. Success is earned, not handed to you. Even when it seems like no one is watching or recognizing your work, know that the consistent effort you put in is not wasted. It might take time for others to recognize your achievements, but that doesn't mean the work itself is meaningless. The progress you're making, even if it's invisible to others, is building the foundation for your future success. It's easy to become discouraged when you don't see immediate results, or when your efforts aren't acknowledged. But remember that every action, no matter how small, is a step toward your larger goal. The road to success is a marathon, not a sprint, and each step forward, no matter how small, matters. The process of building success requires deep faith in yourself, even when external validation is lacking. It's about trusting that your hard work will pay off, even if you don't see the fruits of your labor right away. It's easy to lose hope when the results aren't immediate, but the truth is, it's the work you do during those quiet, unseen moments that will ultimately lead to the success you desire. Those moments of persistence and resilience, when no one is watching, are what separate those who achieve success from those who give up too soon. The journey to success is also a journey of growth and self-discovery. As you work toward your goals, you'll learn more about yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, your values, and your vision. Success is not just about the end goal, it's about who you become in the process. The character you build, the lessons you learn, and the skills you develop are just as important, if not more so, than the accomplishments you achieve. Success, when viewed this way, becomes a much richer, more fulfilling experience because it is about growth, not just achievement. Moreover, no one reaches success without facing failure. Failure is not something to fear, it's something to embrace as part of the journey. Every setback is a lesson, and every mistake is an opportunity to grow. The fear of failure often holds people back from taking risks, from stepping out of their comfort zones, and from pursuing their dreams. But failure is not the end, it's a part of the process. It's through failure that we learn resilience, adaptability, and determination. Each failure brings us closer to understanding what works and what doesn't, and ultimately it teaches us how to approach success with a greater sense of clarity and wisdom. So, if you find yourself discouraged by the lack of immediate results, remember this success is not an overnight phenomenon. It is a journey filled with challenges, growth, and progress. Embrace the process, trust in the small victories, and keep pushing forward even when the road seems long and uncertain. The effort you put in today is building the foundation for the success you will see tomorrow. No one is an overnight success, but with persistence, resilience, and faith in the process, you will achieve the success you seek. Success, in its truest form, is never a momentary burst of luck or the result of one grand gesture. It is the product of continuous effort, resilience, and a commitment to growth over time. In a world where we often celebrate the final victory, we tend to overlook the long, silent hours that lead up to it, the quiet sacrifices, the failures, and the persistence that build the foundation of lasting success. Success is not instantaneous, it is a process that takes shape through hard work, learning, and overcoming setbacks. While some may appear to achieve success overnight, the reality is that they have been working tirelessly, often in obscurity, before that one moment when the world takes notice. The road to success is not a straight line. It's filled with twists, turns, and detours, each one offering its own lesson. Every successful individual has experienced setbacks, doubts, and moments where progress seemed to stall. But what separates those who ultimately succeed from those who fall short is their ability to keep moving forward, even when the path is unclear. They have learned that success does not come from avoiding failure, but from pushing through it, learning from it, and continuing to try despite the obstacles in the way. In the age of social media and constant comparison, it's easy to look at the success stories of others and feel discouraged, wondering why things aren't happening as quickly for you. It's easy to think that everyone else has figured it out, that they are somehow ahead of you, or that their success is due to factors beyond your control. This kind of thinking can rob you of the clarity needed to move forward with confidence. The truth is, everyone's journey is different, and the comparison game is one of the most dangerous traps you can fall into. While you may see someone else's highlight reel, what you don't see is the behind-the-scenes work, the failures, and the daily efforts that led them to where they are. Their journey is not the same as yours, and your path will not look the same as theirs. The key is to focus on your own progress, to trust in the process, and to take consistent action. Success is built on a series of small, sometimes seemingly insignificant steps. It's the daily commitment to your craft, the small improvements you make each day, and the discipline to keep going when it feels like the results are not immediately visible. It's easy to be discouraged when you're not seeing results as quickly as you expect, but remember that those small steps, no matter how incremental, are what will eventually lead to significant progress. Every effort you make compounds over time, and eventually that momentum will carry you toward the success you seek. What many fail to realize is that true success is not about avoiding failure, but embracing it as an inevitable part of the process. Failure is not a reflection of your worth or potential, it is simply a stepping stone on the way to something greater. The fear of failure often holds people back from taking the risks necessary to grow, but in reality it is through failure that we learn, adapt, and refine our approach. Those who succeed are the ones who have faced failure, learned from it, and continued on with greater clarity and resilience. Success is not a destination, it's a journey, and the journey is filled with growth, learning, and constant improvement. If you focus on the process, embrace the small wins, and trust in the lessons along the way, you'll soon realize that success is not just about the end result, but about the person you become in the pursuit of your dreams. Success, in its truest form, is a journey rather than a destination, and that journey is built on small, consistent steps taken over time. It's important to understand that success is not a singular event, nor is it the product of one lucky moment. The idea of overnight success is a myth, and it only serves to create unrealistic expectations and unnecessary pressure. Behind every successful person is a story of struggle, learning, failure, and perseverance. These stories often go untold, overshadowed by the glamorous end results. We live in a world that celebrates achievements, but we rarely talk about the time it takes to get there, the sacrifices made along the way, and the internal battles faced by those who ultimately succeed. What we don't see is the years of hard work, the relentless pursuit of a goal, and the unseen moments of doubt and failure that ultimately shape the journey toward success. One of the hardest things to accept in this fast-paced world is that success is not linear. It's not a straight line from point A to point B, but rather a winding road with obstacles, detours, and moments of uncertainty. During this journey, there will be times when it seems like nothing is progressing. Your efforts may feel invisible, and the work you put in may not immediately reflect the results you desire. In such moments, it's easy to question your path and wonder if your efforts are in vain. But it's in these moments that the most valuable lessons are learned and true growth occurs. The key to success is the ability to persist, even when the path is unclear, to keep moving forward when the end goal feels distant or out of reach. It's about trusting the process, even when the outcome is not immediately visible. The temptation to compare your progress to others is one of the most dangerous traps you can fall into. Social media and the constant sharing of success stories often lead us to believe that everyone else is succeeding faster or better than we are. We see people achieving what seems like overnight success, and it's easy to feel like we are falling behind. But what we don't see in those stories are the years of work, the failures, and the lessons that have shaped those individuals. The path to success is different for everyone, and comparing your journey to someone else's only detracts from your own progress. Everyone faces unique challenges, and the timeline of success varies for each person. In addition, it's important to recognize that success is often built on the foundation of failure. Many of the most successful people in history have experienced failure, often more than once. Failure is not a reflection of your abilities or worth, it is simply a part of the process. It is through failure that we learn, adapt, and refine our approach. The key is not to be discouraged by failure, but to embrace it as an essential stepping stone toward achieving your goals. Failure teaches us resilience and the ability to rise again after falling. It's what makes success meaningful, because it shows that you fought through adversity, learned from your mistakes, and persevered despite setbacks. Another essential aspect of success is the ability to maintain focus over the long term. Success doesn't come from one great effort, but from consistent action taken day after day. Whether it's building a business, pursuing a personal goal, or improving a skill, success is the result of putting in the time and effort required, regardless of the challenges that may arise. There will be days when you don't feel like working, when you don't see immediate results, or when it feels like your efforts are futile. But it's in these moments that you must dig deep and find the strength to continue. The people who achieve success are those who maintain their focus, even when the path gets difficult. They understand that the small steps they take today will eventually lead them to the success they desire, even if it takes longer than they originally anticipated. Success also requires patience. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that you should have achieved your goals by a certain point, but the reality is that everything takes time. You can't rush the process, and you can't force things to happen faster than they are meant to unfold. Patience allows you to stay calm during the waiting periods, to trust that progress is being made even when you can't see it right away. Success is not about instant results, but about long-term growth, and growth takes time. The more patient you are with the process, the more likely you are to stay committed and remain focused on the bigger picture. Patience allows you to stay grounded and prevents you from getting discouraged when things aren't happening as quickly as you would like. It's also important to recognize that success is not solely about the end result, but about who you become in the process. The journey shapes you into the person capable of achieving your goals. It's about the lessons you learn, the strength you gain, and the resilience you build along the way. Every setback, every moment of doubt, every failure teaches you something that is crucial to your growth. These lessons are what prepare you for the success that is to come. Success is not just about the achievement itself, it's about the transformation that happens within you as you work toward your goals. Building success requires more than just talent or intelligence. It requires a mindset that is dedicated to growth, resilience, and learning. It requires a commitment to take action, even when things aren't going as planned. It requires the ability to embrace failure and learn from it, to trust the process, and to stay patient and focused on the long-term vision. Success is the culmination of all of these elements, combined with a deep belief in your ability to achieve your goals, no matter how long it takes. If you ever find yourself doubting your progress or feeling discouraged because success seems elusive, remember that the path to success is not a race. It is a personal journey, unique to each individual. While it may seem like others are achieving success faster or more easily, the truth is that their journey is different from yours, and their challenges are different as well. Your path may be slower, but it is just as valuable and just as worthy. The most important thing is to keep moving forward, to trust the process, and to believe that your hard work, resilience, and patience will eventually pay off. Success is not an overnight phenomenon, but the product of a steady, unwavering commitment to the journey. Success is not built in a single day. It's not born out of a moment's brilliance or an instant burst of energy. It is the result of continuous, steady effort of often unseen and unnoticed by the world around us. Every successful person, whether they realize it or not, has been on a long journey of small daily actions filled with trials, errors, and moments of doubt. It's easy to look at someone's success and think that it arrived quickly or effortlessly. But what we forget to see is the journey, the long hours, the failures, and the lessons learned that have been quietly shaping them along the way. We live in a society where success is often glorified in a way that neglects its true nature. Social media amplifies the highlight reels, making it seem as if everyone's triumphs happen suddenly with little effort. However, the truth is much different. No one is an overnight success, and anyone who has achieved greatness has spent years, often in solitude, learning, working, and persevering in silence. The most successful people are the ones who refused to quit when things weren't going their way, who continued to push forward even when it seemed like the odds were against them. The path to success is never straightforward. It's rarely linear. There will be times when you feel like you're not making any progress, and every step forward seems to be followed by 2 steps back. The world tells us to measure success by quick results, but true success is the accumulation of small, seemingly insignificant efforts made over time. It's the day-to-day work, the repetitive practice, the countless setbacks, and the persistence to keep going when things are difficult. It's in those moments of frustration and challenge that the foundation for success is laid. Success is not determined by the result, but by the resilience and growth gained through the process. When we focus on success as a final goal, we often forget about the value of the journey itself. Each failure, each setback, and every mistake is a lesson that brings us closer to where we need to be. Success is not a destination that is arrived at instantly. It is something that takes shape over years of hard work and continuous growth. In fact, it's not even always about the tangible achievements, it's about who you become in the process. The skills, strengths, and character developed along the way are what truly define success. This is why patience is so crucial to success. You must be willing to work steadily and consistently, even when results seem far away. Every person who has reached their goals has gone through moments of struggle, doubt, and even failure. But what made them successful was not their ability to avoid these challenges, but their decision to keep moving forward despite them. They understood that progress comes in waves. Some days will be filled with victory, while others will feel like you're treading water. But each day, each step forward is pushing you closer to your goal. Success doesn't arrive instantly, but it is inevitable for those who continue their efforts with determination, belief, and resilience.